All right, let's turn to presidential politics. Finally, just a little more than a week until Iowa, New Hampshire, just 2 weeks or so away. Chris Christie, he was everywhere last week. He's facing pressure, though, to get out of the race and support Nikki Haley. He's put all his eggs in the Granite State basket. He slammed Haley, actually. I think he said she would rather eat glass, or she would like to eat glass to be Trump's running mate. She hasn't ruled herself out as that. Many others have. Does it matter if he stays in or gets out, Marianne?
It doesn't, because he's not going to win New Hampshire. He's not going to go any further. He may stay in, and they don't transfer the votes.
Why hasn't he gotten out yet, though?
Because he's got a point to make. First of all, he loves the stage, right?
Is it an important point to make, though? It probably is an important point. He's the only one out there calling Trump a liar.
He's the only one calling out Trump. So as long as he can last, that's great. The more interesting thing is Trump's ads against Haley and Biden together. It's a 2-for-1, and he's trying to kill both of them.
I think this all makes Chris Christie feel good going after Trump, and it strokes his ego being in the presidential race. But I saw an interview with him when he got in the race saying he would get out if he couldn't win. He can't win. Nikki Haley's only down about 10 to Trump in New Hampshire.
That's his margin.
Christie's getting 10.
That's not 1-to-1.
That could put her over the top. I don't think it's going to beat Trump, but at least if Chris Christie believes in beating Donald Trump, he should get out.
Okay, so real fast, yes or no? This afternoon, Belichick coaches the last game of this season as the head coach of the New England Patriots. Is it his last game as the head coach of the New England Patriots, period, Rob?
Yes, the Kraft PR machine is after him, sliming him. He's out.
Marianne, what do you think?
It should be. He's only had a losing record unless he had someone named Brady on his team.
Yeah, but you know what? Red Auerbach doesn't deserve to be condemned because he had Bill Russell. So, you know what I mean? I never hold it against him. Very good. Very
Best or worst week, Marianne?
Swatting of public officials and bomb threats against state capitals. This is going to become a staple of the 2024 election. Violence will be prevalent, and it's used to silence people and to get them not to vote.
You're right. Its profile is much higher lately. You're right.
I've said that for a while.
Mass Secretary of State Bill Galvin had the best week. He put Dean Johnson on the Mass primary ballot, even though Massachusetts Democrats tried to keep him off and just put Biden on. Our election officials should be impartial referees. Bill
Rob,
Galvin
thanks.
is.
Marianne, thanks. Folks, thanks. Remember, every Sunday we go on the record, snow or no snow. We'll see you next week.